It's Javier with Investing for the People, and let's start up another $1 million weekend. See what we can rustle up. See if we can get some actual money to invest and demonstrate our ideas. Let's start it, guys. We might be suiting up and going to this area in the middle of the night. Walking around a Dallas corporate parking lot here. Well, I'm about to call up this guy who I haven't talked to in 10 years. Yeah, I asked Mom for an investment. She said, if you're gonna get free, you're gonna have to do it yourself, and what the heck are you doing? What the hell just happened, man? What? Hey guys, Javier here, and I'm starting a new series, and first we're going to put it up on this Investing for the People channel because of the fact that probably a lot of my followers on my big channel are not going to be seeing it yet. That's probably a good thing. I will put it on here just to keep myself committed and honest. This does sort of have to do with the investing aspect of this channel, because what I'm trying to do is seek extra income so that I can do my main business of social arb investing and of just intuitive investing. So this weekend, I'm going to start the first weekend in a while of the $1 Million Weekend based on Noah Kagan's book, The $1 Million Weekend. And basically it's an iteration cycle of surfacing ideas from either other people or from different modalities, from different thought experiments that we'll explain, and then of course testing those ideas and then going out and actually making sales on those ideas, preferably within 48 hours within that weekend. And of course there are two major parts of this that sort of get you out of your own way. The first is asking people for $1. You can do this too. Ask your mom for $1, ask relatives for $1, ask friends for $1. If you get rejected, that's okay. This is supposed to emphasize the power of asking. Of course, I've been doing this for a while. On our main channel, I've asked for dollars, and I've gotten sizable contributions and investments from that, and I've also got rejected. And I ask you, if you find value in this channel, Investing for the People, please do invest $1 in me. I will put my PayPal and my Cash App account in the description. Also, the second aspect of this is you ask for 10% off just in a merchant setting, say in a coffee shop or a restaurant. I've done it many times. I didn't do it this weekend, although I should have, and I will do it here pretty soon again, but I've gotten rejected, and again, that's good for feeling that rejection and pushing out that rejection. I have a commitment, guys. It's a wild commitment. It's why I'm making these videos. I'm going to do this $1 Million Weekend every single weekend until I get a viable business off the ground that's going to act as a conduit for income for our main investment aspect, because I just don't make enough income at my normal job. So here it is, guys. Here's the first weekend in this series, the $1 Million Weekend. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, this unclear video is of one of my side gigs that I did on the 30th, singing for weddings, something that I love to do. It's one of those streams of income. It's a result of process sort of like the one we're about to do over the next few videos. My name is Javier. I'm a business person, jack of all trades. I work in the pharmaceutical industry. I'm a husband. I'm a renter. And mostly I'm an investor, but with no capital yet. I didn't have the opportunities that most upper middle class Americans had due to interesting circumstances growing up. I never got to go to university. I never had a stable career. I never had a job that paid very highly. Everything that I've learned has been self-taught. So I've done a lot of things. I've had probably 38 careers, 38 jobs in my 38 years. I want to really develop my skills as an entrepreneur, as a person who does startups, and I really want to practice those muscles that Noah Kagan talks about, which are asking and continually starting. That's why I made the commitment to do this startup weekend every single weekend until I'm 100 years old or until I have a viable business. So I did partially the $1 Million Weekend about a month ago, and it was actually very successful. I started asking people for $1. I got some people donating me $16, some people $14. I had people on YouTube, my YouTube channel, donate me over $20. I also did the 10% off experiment in many places. I did it at Starbucks, I did it at Jimmy John's, I did it at McDonald's. I never got it, but I did it. And the whole point of that experiment is to do it and to lower your fear of suggestion, or fear of rejection, rather. I did the asking. Unfortunately, I got off track. I traveled. I had my channel and so on and so forth. It's no excuse. But this week, it is Labor Day. It is September 3rd. Well, September 2nd was the start of it. To September 3rd, 2024 is when I'm actually doing this. And I'm committed to doing this at least 2 weekends a month. Actual continuous startup weekend until I get something that takes off. So commitment from me, and when I do, or whether or not I do, I'm going to make this sort of a review for the $1 Million Weekend, and hopefully we can have Noah Kagan on our channel for an interview. It will be very interesting. I've had businesses in the past. Some of them have been successful. Many of them have flopped, and many of them have just fizzled out. I'm doing this $1 Million Weekend inspired by the book of the same title by the great Noah Kagan, so that I can actually have some free cash flow to pursue my true passion, which is intuitive investing. I believe that I have great tools and a great talent for seeing trends, for identifying financial conditions of companies that other people can't see, but I need the extra income to do that. I am also a practitioner and a believer of the law of assumption and law of attraction, and I know that you can't pursue something this difficult head on. Therefore, partially, the reason why I'm doing this $1 Million Weekend is just for fun, because I know that if I pursue it just for fun, without attachment to the outcome, then the results will come without me doing anything. If I'm too attached to the results, then we'll screw it up, just as Boris Berezovsky says. So I'm generating ideas here from the $1,000,000 Weekend, and one of them is to deliver food of some kind between, say, 10 at night and 6 in the morning. One of my greatest frustrations has been since COVID. It's really hard to find good food late, especially high quality Italian food. And while sporadically I do have an online delivery service for Italian food, I thought this would be a great idea to test. So we're going to test it and see what happens among other ones. I've got my three biggest ideas here, and one of them is to, of course, sell spaghetti, and it's going to either be what I've been doing during the day, or we're going to try this night shift thing, or maybe both. We'll just see what happens. The second one is I could be a personal consultant for those who want to do a version of early retirement stream, people who want to stop working specifically and work for themselves. I can actually take them step by step through this. Of course, $1,000,000 Weekend will be a big part of that. Or the third thing that I've got is offer tours of Dallas, guys. I know the history well. Of course, I live here. I know the area well, and I could just offer tours. I'm about to test the viability of all that. I've already put a video up on Facebook about the food option. We're going to see if anyone answers. Most of the time, no one answers my posts, but I'm also going to reach out to some people that I know and see if it's something they'd be interested in. I'm thinking especially students, people who work the night shift, etc. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I asked Mom for an investment, and she said, if you're going to get free, you're going to have to do it yourself, and what the heck are you doing? Hey Facebook friends, Javier here. I wanted to float a quick idea by all of you that are living in Dallas. Those of my friends who are living in Dallas, I wanted to ask, who's frustrated like me that a lot of food places close very early, especially it's even hard to get Uber Eats to deliver. And let's face it, a lot of us are night owls. A lot of us are up at 2 o'clock a.m., 3 o'clock a.m., 4 o'clock a.m. Heck, some of us work nights and we just get home at maybe 5 or 6 a.m. So how would you like if I started making and delivering high quality Italian food, again, as I've been doing sporadically, but between the hours of, let's say, 10 at night and 6 a.m. And basically I could take orders for that in the Dallas area. We could deliver it fresh for probably a very small price. We'll try to get the prices a lot lower than you get elsewhere for very high quality food. Something simple like spaghetti and meat sauce, or spaghetti, garlic bread, something like that. Would any of you be willing to participate in that? Would you want to choose, let's say, a weekend or a day coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks where we could get you orders and where we could actually serve food between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 or 7 a.m.? Let me know if anyone in Dallas is interested on that. I'm going to be putting this question on different forums, but let me know if it's something you'd be interested in, see if we can float this project. So I got 0 responses to that video, 0 likes, 0 responses. And I know what I need to do is start, actually, if I really am serious about this, start DMing people. But first, I want to run the numbers. Now, I've been having problems getting onto Facebook ads, and I don't know if I have enough time, but later on in the week, or perhaps next startup weekend, next $1,000,000 Weekend, I'm going to actually analyze how to do this Facebook ads. I think it's changed since he wrote it. I can't really search anything in the feature, but we will try again. But I'm going to look on Google Trends, and I'm going to make some calculations. Well, guys, due to the calculations, it's going to take or my estimation is that I can serve 35 of these meals a week working by myself. And hiring people, that's a whole other thing. But I would have to sell them at $10 each. I would have to sell 35 a week to make under $50,000 a year in sales, guys. And it's going to take 15 years for me to make $1 million in sales. This business, as it is right now, unfortunately, it's a scrap. It's not going to be worth me getting into. And it's a good thing that I found that out. I should have done this analysis earlier, but it's a great thing about the book that you find these out before you commit resources to anything. A lot of people would have developed the idea and only later found out when they started the party and no one showed up. So this idea is a scrap. That's okay. The weekend's almost over, so we'll see what we do from here.